Good morning, world. Good morning, and welcome back to yet another fun-filled episode here with us on the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast. As we embark upon what will be another great episode this morning with our guests. We thank you all for chopping it up with us, and we thank you in advance for a time that will be had. And so, yes, world, we are back like a shark attack, back like we left something, back like we ain't got no clothes on our back. And for the world is a better place when the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast is taking place. And so thank you for tuning in with us this morning as we converse about the latest sports topics that have taken place from this past week and will be upcoming this week. It is always a blast to have you all tune in and participate with us every weekend. As a reminder that every week we always like to begin our podcast by reminding our audience that the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast can be found on Facebook via our two Facebook pages, the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast community page, as well as additionally on our Early Morning Sports Talk podcast Facebook page, on Instagram at EMSTP_, again on IG at EMSTP_, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify as the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast, as well as our own Facebook pages via Brandon Price, Jamar Goodman, and Jones, as well as our guests for that weekend. Today is May the 3rd of 2025, and we have seen yet again another fascinating week in the sports world. What we saw last night, Tristan, that the Houston Rockets, they got a lot of fight in them. And this series now has went to 7 games. Some people wrote the Rockets off. Additionally, we saw the Lakers get embarrassed, man. I know that people were talking about the Lakers in 5, sea dive, but it looks like the Timberwolves took care of them in 5 and reversed the whole script. Additionally, the Cleveland Cavaliers dominated the Heat in all-time blowout fashion. Celtics closed out the Magic. We just saw a bunch of NBA playoff action take place. We saw additionally WNBA draft, NBA draft, NFL draft. We are in the midst of the MLS playoffs, and we saw things happen on that end, on the soccer end with Lionel Messi. We saw LeBron James, Lionel Messi, and Cristiano Ronaldo. They all got eliminated from their respective playoffs all this week. Yes. Yes. And so, introducing our guest for this morning, Mr. Tristan Santem. His name is Tristan Santem, and I hope I got the pronunciation right. He is 21 years old, and he is Saint Martinian. He is not Guadeloupean. He is Saint Martinian, although he lives in the beautiful island of Guadeloupe. He is currently in his second year of a bachelor's degree in economics and management. And I'm not sure, bro, but are you at the university that Antille UAG?
Yeah, that's the right one.
Okay, good. I got it right. And so yes, currently in his second year of a bachelor's degree in economics and management at the University de Antille Guyane. Guyane is a beautiful, beautiful country, by the way, everybody, in South America. And just want to get you guys up on that beautiful country. And so he is a student at the University de Antille Guyane with the specialization in financial and managerial expertise. He is passionate about the luxury industry and aims to become a business partner or associate within a luxury brand. Outside of academics, he dedicates his time to fitness, where this is where we met, Fitness Park Providence. He's a very strong, very fit young man, and he spots me often. I am benching heavyweight. He previously played basketball as well. He always states that this taught him discipline and teamwork, and I can totally agree with you, brother, because I played American football and I ran track, and that taught me a lot about teamwork and discipline as well. Yes. Shout out to everybody that plays sports in their past, because it does have an effect on you as an adult. He is a fan of the Golden State Warriors because of his favorite player, Stephen Curry, but he also loves to watch guys like Anthony Edwards of the Minnesota Timberwolves, who is also one of his favorite players. Some of his other favorite players include the high-flying Memphis Grizzlies Ja Morant, former Chicago Bulls Zach LaVine, as well as the talented but injury-prone Lonzo Ball. And so, with that being said, introducing our guest for this morning, joining us for the first time on the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast, not be his last time, Mr. Tristan Santem. Tristan, good morning, young man. Good morning, sir. Thank you for joining us this morning on the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast for the first time. How are you this morning, sir?
A little stiff, but I'm doing good. Thanks for asking.
Yes. And so, thank you. And so, with that being said, our guest he'll rock with us, but unfortunately, our brother Jamar will not be with us. But at the same time, it is fortunate because this brother is on his anniversary, and so happy anniversary to our brother Jamar. He is going to use that time to be with his family, and so that is a wonderful thing. And so, shout outs to our brother. Enjoy your weekend, bro. And so, with that being said, let us get to talking sports. And so, curious to know before I get into my tags, Tristan, who is Tristan Santem? Give us a little bit more about yourself, man, on the sports side, just in general. You know, if I didn't know you and I wanted to find out who you are, what would you tell me?
I tell you that I'm someone that hates losing. I always take it personal. Like I really like winning, but I won't like hold a grudge or anything. And I always strive for more. Like I just get to the other milestone when I accomplish something. So I never rest.
Okay. Yes. And so in the past, you've hooped before, right? Yes. And so tell us more about your hooping experience, man. Did you hoop in St. Martin? Did you hoop in Guadeloupe?
Yeah. Actually,
where?
Go on.
No, I'm listening. So tell me more and tell our viewers more about your basketball experience. So did you hoop in St. Martin? Did you hoop in Guadeloupe in the past? Where did you hoop? Tell us more about that experience.
Okay. So I started when I was like in college, in middle school.
Yes, college, but yes. And so FYI, everybody, college is not we say university.
Yeah.
But
it's university.
Yes. Go ahead.
So it's middle school. So I was just like hooping with my friends at that time.
Non, c'est une blague.
Wait a sec, I'm coming back.
Okay. And my bro, what it do?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, bro. Your volume is great. Yes. And so just an FYI, I guess I don't know if he got embarrassed, but he got embarrassed on live on what's this? But he's a young man, and so he lives with his parents. And so his parents was just kind of japping on him in French.
Sure.
But he's a young man, and so I understand. And so he probably got to do something. And so, anywho, bro, how are you? You good? You can hear me? Can you hear me in?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah. And so, just checking in. You good?
Yeah, bro, I'm good.
Cool. Yeah. And so I was doing our tags to get some folks tagged, and then introducing our guests. So just an FYI, bro, our guest is from an island called St. Martin. It's in proximity or it's next to Guadeloupe, and he speaks really good English though, and so it's something that rarely happens a lot down here, and so he speaks very, very solid English, and so there he is. That's our guest, Mr. Tristan Santem.
Morning. Sorry for the disturbance.
It's all good, bro. No worries. And so, yes, you was telling us about that hooping experience, bro. And so, You hooped in St. Martin. Did you hoop in Guadeloupe growing up? What was your experience like?
So I flew to Guadeloupe like at 11 years old.
Okay.
And I started hooping here in middle school.
Mm-hmm.
Then I flew to France when I studied in France, and I like learned more about basketball and really entered a team, a sports team, to do competitions in all in Guadeloupe. Like when I was in high school, like it's really then like I really took it like seriously. Yeah.
Right. And so let me ask you, do you feel that it was good competition in St. Martin? And if you really compared the two, do you think that St. Martin got better hoopers than Guadeloupe, or Guadeloupe got better hoopers than St. Martin?
Actually, I'd say like St. Martin have a lot of good players, like very talented players. But in Guadeloupe, you have like some rare breeds, if I can say this like this, because there's a lot of like strange type of builds, if I can say this like this, because you can have some tall players like really shifty. That's not common things, but overall the I'd say it's mainly in France you'll find some really good players. But there's some of them are in the Caribbean Sea.
Yeah. Like and like I had a chance to hoop. I never knew it, but I was just hooping y'all like a couple weeks ago with a guy from Guyane. So I know that you study at the University de Antille, Guyane. Ian, you familiar with Guyane, the country?
Yeah.
No, I never went there.
Okay, but no, I was just talking to Ian about the country, Guyane. And so they got a university that's a pretty big university, and it extends even to Guadeloupe. And they got various campuses. And so I was hooping with a hooper from Guyane. And you know, for me, he was okay, but I know down here and he cold as hell. You see what I'm saying? Right. And so I'm like, all right, he nice. He can play you some decent defensive stuff. I still got my buckets, but it was nice to see him play, because this is what he did, Tristan. He wasn't flashy, but I always see a lot of international hoopers. They're very fundamental. Fundamental. They will not beat themselves. And if you will beat them, you will have to be very sharp and very disciplined and do everything the correct way by the book if you want to make sure that you are consistently going to get your buckets on it, because they will take away all the easy stuff. And so I'm like, And so I just had to shoot from like long range, if that makes sense, because I couldn't really dribble and do all that other stuff, because he wasn't going to allow that. He was on me like flies on rice. And so I had to kind of just release the ball quickly. And so, yeah, bro. And so with that being said, bro, who are some of your favorite hoopers? And let's go from just general perspective, and then we could go maybe from your French perspective or a local perspective. But who are some of your favorite players, bro?
But I don't really watch French teams. I mainly watch like NBA teams.
Okay.
So it's like I said earlier, it was Stephen Curry, Ant-Man, Lonzo Ball, and Zach LaVine. But I don't really watch French teams because that's not the play style I want to play like. I don't like their play style, so I don't watch their teams.
Okay. And so, Ian, bro, so you see now that some of his favorite players are Steph Curry. It's Zach LaVine, Lonzo Ball, and then he mentioned Ant-Man and Ja Morant. And so, Ian, bro, you got any questions for him regarding these hoopers?
No, not any questions in particular. But that's a great list, though. That's a great list. I know Ant-Man is definitely one of my favorites right now.
Definitely. And so I guess to kind of pivot though, we talking about hooping. And so Your Warriors, man. Well, not your Warriors, but Steph Curry, your favorite player, man. Right now, he now is in a 7-game battle with the Houston Rockets. They were up 3-1. I gotta ask you, do you think that Steph Curry and his Warriors gonna survive? And if the Warriors do survive Game 7, who will it be because of? Will it be because of Steph Curry?
Actually, I think and maybe Jonathan Kuminga.
Okay.
So because he didn't play since Game 3.
Yeah, I've been wondering why don't he play him? He's really good.
Athletic, yeah.
I don't really know. I don't really know, but it's mainly due to this, I think, because he's really, really good, and they didn't play him. And I think Game 7, there's a chance they might win because after the game, we saw a clip of Steph talking to his kid. He was really upset because they lost. So I think there might be a chance if you really lock in this game.
Yeah. I didn't see that clip yet. I'm gonna take a look at it. And so, yeah, that means that this is now a series. And let me ask you, Ann, who wins that series, bro? Houston got the momentum now. Maybe I don't know what they found, but they was down and out. The games have been close in the series, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so, who comes out with that series in your opinion, bro? You still got the Warriors, or you think the Rockets pull it out at this point? I know you picked the Warriors. Or did you?
Yeah, I picked the Warriors, but I don't know, man. If Fred VanVleet been balling,
he's been an X factor for sure.
He got championship pedigree as well. Actually, he beat the Warriors in the finals. When they had Kevin Durant, he ended up getting hurt and all that. But I mean, they got a great coach in Udoka over there. He's doing a great job. I'll say this. I'll still stay with the Warriors, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Warriors didn't get it done. Yeah.
And so let's put ourselves in that scenario. Let's imagine on Sunday evening, fellas, we get the news on our phones that the Warriors, or maybe even we watching it, but if maybe for instance, me and you, Christian, being overseas, we got to use apps and stuff. We got to use computers, or we got to hope it's on Canal Plus. Like, we can't just get it live and direct like our boy Ian in the U.S. We get an update and we hear the Warriors lost. What do the Warriors do in this case in the off? I mean, like, how does it look, man? Because you brought Jimmy Butler there to obviously get past the first round. And so, you've had a great season thus far with Jimmy Butler. I don't know, man. Do the Warriors, if they lose, like, I don't know. Are you angry at that point? Do you go out and make some more moves? Do you get rid of some of those assets like Jonathan Kuminga? Or do you get rid of like Moses Moody, GP3?
I'd be upset. I'd be upset. Because actually Jimmy Butler is not injured, I think.
Nah, he has been hobbled though, bro. But for the game, no, he wasn't. But he has been hobbled. He got hurt during the play-in. He got hurt during Game 2 when he fell on his back. Then he got hurt in Game 4. So I don't know if he 100%. I know he's not 100%.
I'd be upset, but because there's a lot of coaching, there's a lot of how do you say this? Like, there's a lot of coaching in the winning. So if the coach doesn't lead well, the players aren't gonna perform like they're supposed to. So I mainly put the responsibilities on the coach and not the players, really.
Okay, so
because it's a lot of decision making.
I can see that, and you can see that too. And I mean, but the thing is, Steve Kerr is not coaching against some scrub coach. He's coaching against Ime Udoka.
Yeah.
And he might not have championships, but he probably, if he would have stayed in Boston, who knows, he probably would have still led them to a championship. Regardless of Joe Mazzulla being there or not, they probably would have still got it done in at some point with even Ime Udoka. Likely, very, very, very likely. And so he's a great coach too. And so that's a really good point, Tristan. And so we're gonna see who comes out with that series. It's turned out to be a great series, a really good one. It's been some great series. And so, fellas, let's talk about some other series. This Detroit and New York. Did you see Game 6, Tristan?
Yeah, I saw it.
So, what did you think about that? That boy Jalen Brunson from Chicago.
He's heat. He been balling, man. I like his play style. Because in the last shot he took, he was really close guarded by the
Thompson twin.
Like he created that space. The whole game he was like very, very neat defense, and in the last second he just created that space to make his shot, and that was really, really well think by him.
So I don't know, Tristan, you might be a baby man, but Ian, maybe you can school him, because we Chicago Bulls fans, and Tristan, I know you 21. But this reminded me of something that happened in 1998 in a city called Salt Lake City, Utah.
Whoa.
This reminded me of the NBA Finals, Game 6, where Michael Jordan had a defender that kept talking trash to him and pissing him off by the name of Brian Russell, that was saying he wasn't going to get it done. And Michael Jordan did the exact, but I must admit, Jalen Brunson had way more space. He created way more space on Isaiah Thompson than Jordan did. Jordan still had Brian right in his face, and eyed him, as we say. And in Chicago, we say when a defender right in your face, Tristan, and you still get the shot off and it go in, we say you got eyed. Like, oh, he eyed that boy. Like he put right in his face. You know what I'm saying? And so Jalen Brunson, I don't know about you, Ian, but I thought of Jordan, bro, when I saw that move. I'm like, damn, that look like Jordan a little bit, dog.
That was a great move for sure.
Great move for sure, bro. And so, man, just curious, Ian, do you think the future for Detroit is bright? That Detroit Pistons team?
Yeah, for sure. They had a long stint, where they wasn't good, and they had a lot of those, early first round picks, and they finally starting to put it together. They got a little playoff experience this year, and they played the Knicks tough. They played the Knicks tough, man. They're a young team, and they got a lot to offer. So they'll be back. It's their first go around in the playoffs. Got their first win in the playoffs since, I don't know, bro, since I was in high school, maybe. So, they'll be fine, man. They just getting their feet wet per se, so they'll be good. They'll definitely be good, man. I'm pretty sure they'll probably add a couple more pieces, maybe some more veteran players that want to come play with them young guys now.
Right. They look hungry over there for real. Let me ask y'all, because I was talking about this yesterday. We got to talking about France and United States again, because bro, I live in a French territory, right? And so we end up talking hoops. The CEO of our company is a coach in basketball here, and his son play, and so he loves to talk NBA, and so he get to talking crap again. He stated the only reason that we beat them in the Olympic final was because Steph Curry got hot. That was the only reason. He also stated that in 2028 we coming. That's what he stated. France is coming, and that LeBron ain't gonna be there. Steph Curry ain't gonna be there. Kawhi maybe not gonna be there. Kevin Durant not gonna be there. So I'm just curious, bro, from a perspective of hoopers that's gonna carry the United States torch. Can you think of some maybe at the top of your head that can carry the torch? Because I'm gonna ask Tristan this question, because France got some hoopers down the pipeline. They been getting drafted all in the NBA. They got some veterans that's in the NBA, etc. Who gonna carry the torch for us, bro, if we were to win the Olympics and repeat and go, what it'd be 7-8 times in a row? And I know the world, they hating on us right now, but we at the crib right now. Who would carry that torch? Would it be Cade Cunningham? Would it be Ant Edwards? Would it be, I don't know, who?
Yeah, I mean, got to be some of those guys you just named. You know, you got Tyrese Halliburton.
Yeah, he nice. Mm-hmm.
Trying to think of some more of the younger guys.
And B could still play with us too if he healthy, because he could be our big man.
Yeah, for sure. So definitely gonna need some size. You still got Bam Adebayo.
Let's see.
Davis.
Yeah, still got Anthony Davis. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be his last run. That'll be his final one. Yup.
I wonder if Kyrie is gonna play.
He'll be a vet on the team.
Yeah, he'll be a vet. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a couple guys that should be able to get it done, but you know, even Ja Morant.
Oh yeah, Ja. Yeah, that could be probably your starting lineup. Ja, Ant, Tyrese Halliburton. That'll be maybe your 1 through 3. Maybe put maybe some of those Cavaliers. Maybe Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Got Evan Mobley. Got
Evan Mobley's another one. He's probably one of the best power forwards in the league now.
Yeah.
Darius Garland too.
Say that again, Tristan.
Said Darius Garland.
Darius Garland.
Oh, Darius Garland. Yeah, he can pop that thing. He can shoot. Yup. Of course, we got Tatum. Tatum would be our starting small forward.
Yep. Jaylen Brown.
Yeah. So there's some hope.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of players. It's just, you know, who's going to take that step to, you know, lead, you know, just be the leader of the team.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Tristan, bro, I know we didn't ask you on the French side, just for the future of French hoops. If you guys were coming in 2028, do you think that Victor Wembanyama will be fully mature by that time? Like done grown fully in his prime?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. In 1 year, he was just dominating in defense. So by 2028, it's gonna be over. Like, there's nothing you'll be able to do because either in offense or defense is like insane work. It's insane work. And I think there's another French guy in it's Pistons.
Oh, you're talking about Alex Sarr?
No,
with the Wizards.
Koulibaly.
Oh yes,
Koulibaly. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the Wizards. If you put him and Victor, it's great defense because he's changing defense. Like, it's a really, really, really good defense. Like, he's defending well. So I think by 2028, it's gonna be really, really hard to just get past Victor and Koulibaly because he's just gonna be like a decoy for Victor.
Right. Lead him right to him.
Lead people there. Yeah. Like, and you can be doing like everything you want because just Victor is in the paint. You won't be like able to just score in that zone.
Right.
Because it's his now.
Right.
That's why I was thinking about AD and like he said, Adebayo.
Right. And so speaking of French hoopers, Ian, bro, I know we had Jackal had Beehive, Treeside, Lakers in 5, but it turned out to be the opposite. It turned out to be the Frenchman, Rudy Gobert, who got called out, who looked like Shaq.
Yeah, he balled.
Looked like Shaq game 5. And eliminated your GOAT, LeBron James, and eliminated the Lakers. And so curious to know, and LeBron is not showing his future. What do you think he do, bro? Do you think he's coming back again? Or do you think we truly could have saw the last game of LeBron James? I have a hard time believing that's the last thing. I have a hard time believing that LeBron gonna go out like that. But just your thoughts. What do you think, bro?
I feel like he is gonna come back, but I feel like he needs to retire though.
Oh, you feel like he needs to retire and then come back, maybe win?
No, I feel like he needs to retire. Period.
Okay, but you feel like he's gonna come back, although you feel like he needs to retire. Okay.
Yep. You hearing about you heard his MCL or something like that, and I feel like now he's getting to the point where it's almost like he's trying to hide certain injuries that he's having and the severity of them to make it look like he's beating Father Time, but he really ain't, So I think I don't think he's gonna win another championship. He don't have nothing else to prove. I mean, top 3 player of all time. Nobody can take it from him. His accomplishments and what he's done in this league for over 20 years. The best 40-year-old plus player we've ever seen. We won't see it again.
Right.
I just think it's time. I think it's time. But I know it's hard. You've been doing something so long. Basically his whole life, and it's probably hard for him to let go. So I do understand that, but me from a fan's perspective, I do think he needs to retire. I've probably been saying that for the last 5 years. I feel like he should have retired after the last ring, but maybe him getting closer to the scoring record, maybe kind of. I don't think he had that on his in his sights until he got kind of close, but after that, now it's just like I don't need to play no more, bro. I think it's time.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. And that's even with LeBron looking real good out there still.
Yeah.
I feel like he got a better jump shot at 40 than he did throughout his whole career.
Yeah. I mean, he's not, I mean, he's still athletic for sure, but he's not as athletic as he was. Yeah, so,
he doesn't play any defense anymore, though.
No, not at all. He can't keep up with them young boys no more, man. For 100+ games, that's a lot. That's a lot, man.
Wow, it's crazy to hear this because when LeBron retires, it's gonna be like international world news. When he finally retired, it's gonna be world news. Do you agree, Tristan, that LeBron should hang it up, or do you think that he should try to stay with the Lakers or pursue free agency, go back to Cleveland, run it last time with that team, or do you think he stay with the Lakers, or do you think he should just retire?
In my opinion, I have to say, I think that he probably go for 1 or 2 years. Just I think for the second kid Bryce, because he's
okay, right.
So there's maybe a chance that he's just going to continue playing basketball. Then when Bryce comes up, do a year with him and then retire. Because like he said recently, he said like his hashtag one moment was playing ball in the league with his kid. Like, so I might think that he might be going for this.
Yeah, and that would be absolutely insane, Ian.
Yeah.
That would be insane. To play with not one but 2 of your kids.
Yeah.
That would just be nuts. That would be insane. And I know we probably won't say that he will be the GOAT over Jordan on a basketball perspective. From an impact of basketball on the NBA, it wouldn't even be no question. And like, I just tell people, shut up, get out of my face at that point. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no way that you will ever see that again, ever. And so, yeah, man. So really quickly, fellas, we got NBA playoff series. We got to make some picks. And so, we got the Warriors and Rockets. And you believe that the Warriors will pull it off. You believe as well, Christian, the Warriors will pull it off. Although they are in Houston, and I'm with you, I believe the Warriors will pull it off as well. But I ain't got the warm and fuzzies. On the other hand, the Knicks and Celtics. I know everybody on this Celtics bandwagon for the championship, but we've picked them to win. But curious, Ian, do you think that the Knicks maybe got a chance to for real knock them off? I mean, the Knicks, they did everything this offseason for the Celtics.
Yeah, I mean, I think it should be a 7 game series for sure. Now, I'm picking Boston, but I do think it's gonna be a tough series. I don't think this is gonna be a gentleman sweep or a sweep or anything of that nature. So it should be a good old Eastern Conference physical series, 7 game series.
Okay. And so Christian, not sure if you I mean, you know the Celtics are the best team in the league, former NBA champions.
Yep.
New York, though, they did everything to combat Boston and to meet them in the playoffs. And now it's here. And so everybody named mama could have predicted that they would meet, and here they are. And so, do you think Boston beats the Knicks in the series?
Yeah, they're definitely gonna win. Like, might be a 4-2 or 4-1, like a 6 game or 5 game match. Like, but Boston gonna be up for sure, for sure. But
If I
Knicks
tell
are
you what,
gonna give them
Tristan, right? If the Celtics beat the Knicks in 5 games, then that mean they finna be a dynasty, dog. If they take care of the Knicks that easy, that mean they finna be around for years. Because the Knicks, they did everything they could to try to just for this moment. But I'm with you guys. I believe the Celtics as well. But Cleveland, people kind of sleeping on Cleveland. I mean,
they got to worry about Cleveland.
Right. And so Cleveland, they blew this was historic. They literally ended the run for the Heat. That run is over now. Cleveland ended that shit. They just ended it. The way they beat them they ended that run. It's done. That run is over. The way they beat them, they beat them terribly. And so Cleveland, they are playing damn, y'all. Remind me who Cleveland is playing in the second round as the 1 seed. They are playing Indiana. So I stated that Indiana could be a dangerous team. I stated that they potentially can make the conference finals. That moment is here too. Indiana is a very fun team, and they score a lot of points. It's a track meet. They literally mean the Pacers when they say that. And so do you think that's another deep series, and who you got for that series?
So I'm not a big believer in Indiana. I'll be honest. But I do feel like they're a real like scrappy team, and I think they'll surprise me personally. So um, I am going to pick Cleveland in that series, but I mean they did handle Milwaukee pretty well. Um, they did. I mean Milwaukee they had a big injury to Dame,
Mm.
and I don't think those other guys came to play besides Giannis, but I'm gonna still pick Cleveland, but I think this series it should go. You know what? It might go 6 or 7. Now, in my opinion, I'll be shocked if it's any shorter on any side, on any side, whether it's Indiana or Cleveland. I'll be shocked if it's a 4 or 5 game series.
Yeah, no, Indiana they too nice for that. They score too much. And so Tristan, who you got for this one, bro? Indiana or Cleveland?
Cleveland for sure. Cleveland for sure. Maybe a 4-2. More certainly a 4-2, I think. But yeah, definitely Cleveland.
Okay. Yes, I understand. Yeah, I'm looking at the series, and I think it's 7 games, like you said, Ian, and I think Cleveland pull it out because Indiana, y'all, I'm trying to tell y'all who they are. They might fuck around and beat Cleveland. I'm trying to. Yeah, I ain't got the warm and fuzz. I got to think about it. I know people. It's always a. Sometimes there's always a sleeping giant. That sleeping giant in the past used to be back when we was growing up. The sleeping giant in the past used to be between like the Lakers and the Spurs, like teams that if they didn't win this year, they'll be on the verge. I feel like Indiana is not a big market, yes, but it's on the verge of knocking down doors. And so, could this be the coming out party for them? I know Cleveland looked amazing. The only reason why I'm picking Cleveland in is because they are playing Cleveland. I mean, and so the reason why I'm picking Cleveland is because they're playing. Well, yeah, Indiana's playing Cleveland. If Indiana played New York, I would pick Indiana over New York, y'all. Yeah. I would pick Indiana over New York. I think they're the third best team in the East behind Cleveland and behind Boston. And so that's the problem, Ian. That's the only reason. That's the problem. They got to play Cleveland, who retooled when they got DeAndre Hunter and some other guys. And so I can't wait to see that series. On the other hand, fellas, the West, OKC, we see them. They took care of the Grizzlies. Shout out to the Scottie Pippen Jr., by the way, because the pass he did, bro, led to Ja Morant being hurt. If Ja Morant wasn't hurt, I don't know if that series is a sweep. I think that's maybe a 6-7 game series. That's just me, because game 4 was really close, and they were. It came down to the last shot. Scottie Pippen Jr., though, he scored like 30 points. So this was kind of his coming out party. He had a good game 3 as well. And so, but OKC took care of them. And then we saw Minnesota take care of the Lakers. But Minnesota right now, y'all, is waiting on the Houston and Golden State winner. Yeah. And then we got another game 7 that's happening tomorrow. And so this has been one of the best series outside of, it's been some great series. Trisha, let's start with you, bro. Who you got for the Clippers and the Nuggets? Right now, you got the best player in the world, but you got Kawhi, man, who's a dog, who's a grown man. I don't know who to pick for this one, man. I don't know, because a lot of people feel like whoever win this series is going to probably win the West. And I'm like, wait, really? Over OKC? Whoa. They like, yeah, because some people saying that. I'm looking at my timeline. And so some people, they will not be surprised based off of the greatness of the Joker, the greatness of Kawhi, that they could actually beat the OKC team.
Kawhi is playing great basketball. Actually, he's in a prime form. So I can't say anything because it's just tough basketball. Like no fouls, no none, just pure hoop.
Pure hoop. And grown man hooping at that. Grown man, absolutely. And so, who you got for that series, bro? You got the Clippers or the Nuggets?
I'd say Nuggets because Jokic. Because Jokic, he's just that great of a player. So I go Nuggets.
Okay, he gonna have to have Jamal Murray step up for sure.
Yep.
Yeah, he can't. But Jamal Murray had 43 in game 5 and messed around and blew an egg game 6. So he gonna have to come play. You picked the Nuggets for this series, right? In 7, right?
Yeah, I picked the Nuggets. I picked the Nuggets. I'm gonna stick with the Nuggets, but Kawhi has been balling, man. Kawhi is he's healthy. Top 5 player in the NBA. It's not even close.
Mm.
Um, I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna stay with the. I'm gonna stay with the Nuggets though. Jokic, man, that's a bad man. I don't know if I could. I don't know if I could go against Jokic, man.
Right, I feel y'all definitely. And so for me, I picked the Clippers to win the series. Man, boy, it's tough, Tristan, because part of me wanna, after seeing the series and seeing what happened at home in Game 5, the Nuggets they took care of the Clippers. I just imagine though, if the Nuggets lose, it's gonna be like, okay, they'll overachieve. They just fired their coach, But if the Clippers lose, and it's gonna be a lot of questions around the Clippers because they put together that roster to compete for a championship. But realistically, I picked the Clippers. I'm gonna stick with the Clippers because I think at the end of the day, Tyronn Lue, you mentioned coaching, he gonna outcoach David Alderman. It's gonna come down to a few little box plays, few little punches being thrown. I think the Clippers come out, and I picked the Clippers initially in 7, so I'm gonna go with that. Man, in that case, we can't really pick on the West because 2 series haven't been decided yet, and so would you both agree though that OKC is likely coming out of the West? That's the favorite to come out of the West, regardless of everybody? You would agree, Tristan, that OKC is the best team to come out of the West?
Nah.
Think somebody can beat them? Who?
Ooh, Minnesota. Minnesota have a chance, but they have to lock in because they'll be hooping. And man, just have that MJ look. You have that MJ mindset. So I think he might be able to pull it off. If it's him, he might be able to.
Man, imagine if Ant go to the finals. That'd be crazy. And come out of the West with all those great teams.
Yeah, he'd be the face of the league at that moment.
You answered the question that was going to be asked. Should he be the face of the league? And if he do, then yeah, I mean, he deserves it. Ian, bro, do you still think that it's OKC and nobody else in the West?
No, I think the West is up for grabs. I can't. I gotta see more from OKC. Not saying that they can't do it, but
right.
I think the West. I think any team in the West can come out of the West. Honestly.
Any team.
Yeah. Seriously. I think we could see Minnesota going to run and take that next step and and dominate. We could see Denver get back and get back to how they was a couple of years ago, or we could see OKC take that step, and take that emerging step, or we don't know if the Warriors done yet, or even if Houston, I don't know, man. It's tough. It's a gauntlet in the West, man, for sure. So I feel like anybody in that West could come out. It just depends on who gets hot and depending on the matchups and who gets hot.
Right. Man, yeah. No disrespect to Houston, but yeah, I think everybody want to see Golden State and Minnesota anyway, because that'd just be the better matchup. You would want to see, Golden State go against Ant and them just go at it, like that'd just be primetime TV. With Jimmy Butler in the mix, and I would just love to see if Jimmy Butler, being the great defender he is, if he could actually stay with an Anthony Edwards, or with Anthony Edwards make him look like an old man now. Like, it's just, it's like, there's so many questions, man, that come around it. And so I hope Houston don't win, just so that we could have drama in the West. On the other hand, as far as the Clippers and Nuggets, man, that's been a great series. That's been the best series outside of that Pistons and Knicks. And so I'm looking at what you were saying, Tristan, and actually I'm trying to think if the Clippers can actually beat the OKC Thunder. And the truth is that if the Clippers or Nuggets win, I think they can. I really do. It of course OKC gonna smack them game one, y'all, because they're gonna be tired from that previous series. But once the series settle in, it's sort of like you making Dumbre, Tristan, and the Dumbre, the season, it gotta settle into the Dumbre. It gotta settle in. The first moment is not so good. But after the season is settled in, that's how the series is. I feel like that game one, yeah, OKC gonna come smack them in the mouth. But once Kawhi or Joker get adjusted, then they're gonna come back and it's gonna settle down. And so we're gonna see what's gonna happen with that series. And so right now the West is up for grabs, fellas. And so I don't really we'll see. And so, man, all right. So our viewers support the Scream. Thank you all for rocking with us this morning on the podcast. Appreciate it. Appreciate your love and support. And so, man, I promised you that we would talk some other sports too. Football. And so, and I'm going to be educated on this. Honestly, I don't know much. I really don't. But I do know this. Christian. And I saw this on YouTube. I saw this on Facebook. I don't know if you know, Ian, but Cristiano Ronaldo over there in the Middle East, I don't know if it's Nasir, Kebab, whatever team he played for.
Al-Nassr.
What is it?
Al-Nassr.
Okay, I was close. Al-Nassr. They got eliminated in their playoff. Lionel Messi got eliminated for Inter Miami in the MLS playoff this week. And LeBron got eliminated from the playoff this week. So like 3 all-time players got eliminated in 1 week of sports. And so out of these 3 players, fellas, I'm just curious, which one of you guys think should retire first? Between LeBron, Cristiano Ronaldo, or Lionel Messi, because they all old as hell at this point. Let's just be honest. Which one do you think should retire first? Maybe Ronaldo is the youngest. But Ronaldo is the youngest, right?
No.
How does Ronaldo?
Ronaldo is like 40 plus.
Damn, he looked. I'm sorry.
Nah, Messi is like 38.
So, but Cristiano Ronaldo look way older than Messi. See, and I told you I'd be learning. I told you.
Yeah.
Because I look, bro, everybody in the United States, they tell you straight up that Cristiano Ronaldo looks way younger than Messi.
Because he does more fitness and eats cleaner, I think, than Messi.
I guess so. Maybe
he's really well dieted.
Maybe that's the difference. And so based off of that, then that's the question, bro. Out of them 3, who do you think should retire first, Tristan? Do you think it should be
Ronaldo, then LeBron, then Messi?
Okay, but why Ronaldo first?
Because his time has come. Like the performance he's giving now is like it doesn't suit him. Like you see, like he was known for being really dominating, but now you can see a shadow of himself, like if I can say this like this. But now he's just playing for a title or something like that, and I think it's not
financial security, money.
Maybe, but it's not worth.
You know, he getting paid. He getting paid over there. He getting paid in that Middle East, baby. He getting paid.
Yeah, I know. But it's just like it's not worthy of all he has accomplished till this day.
Right. And so in that case, then yes, you believe that Ronaldo should retire first. And additionally, between just with the soccer world, bro, who is your favorite player? Like, bro, who is your favorite player right now?
There's a lot of perspective. At this time now.
Yes.
Easy. Lamine Yamal. Easy.
Now, who is that?
Lamine Yamal. He's a Barcelona player. He's a right winger, and he's 17 years old.
He's 13.
17 years old.
He's 17.
Yep.
Wow. Okay. Wow. So he's like a Freddie Adu.
Yeah. But he's
better. Freddie Adu sucked. He was terrible.
Yeah, no, he's really, really good. Like, it's a combination between Neymar, Messi, and Ronaldo in a single person.
Okay. And so, who do you feel is the best player in the world?
Him.
So he's better than Mbappe.
That's not even a question. That's not even a question. Did you watch the
No.
You should have. Go see
you got to give me up on this, man. You got to start sending me alerts on these games. I'm gonna
send you some highlights later on, just for the match of France vs Spain.
Okay, France and Spain.
You see that Lamine Yamal scored a goal. Not even Mbappe could score this in the finals. So you have to see this by yourself. This kid is unbelievable. Like, it's incredible what he's doing at 17 years old.
Okay.
He's the best at this moment. Like, at this time right now, in the Champions League, he's the best player in the world.
Word. This is something me and Ian just learning, and so definitely be up on this kid for sure. All right, so you feel he's the best player in the world, and he's your favorite player.
Not all time, but from the upcoming generation and at this time, yeah.
Okay, and so who's your favorite player all time?
All time, I'd say it's between Messi and Neymar.
Okay. Yeah. Now, whatever happened, man, with that super team? And I don't know if you heard of a super team in soccer, but a super team in soccer had occurred in Paris. PSG is Paris Saint-Germain. It's like a great soccer team that's based out of France, and they compete in the EuroLeague, etc. That team had Kylian Mbappe on it. It had Neymar, and it had Lionel Messi, all on one team, and they failed to win the championship. What happened, Tristan? Because that's supposed to have been a super team.
It's easy. Because they didn't have any chemistry. You can have the best team on the sheet. You can have the best team in the world, but if there isn't any chemistry or any feasible links and relationship between the players, you're bound to fail anytime. You can try as many times that you want, you'll always fail.
Yeah, I understand.
There's talent and there's chemistry.
Right. Yes, definitely understand. And so, with that being said, I'm thinking of all-time players that maybe started super teams and that failed. And I see it in the NBA. I don't know if we've seen it much in the NFL before, Ian. With the super teams, they don't do that much in the NFL because it's more of a sport. It's more of a team-based, But I know in the NBA we've seen it happen.
There's more players in football, I guess. So.
Yeah. Yep. So, yeah, man. Ian, bro. Before we progress to Ian's basement, I'm curious, man. You got any questions for Tristan? Anything in regards to soccer? Anything you want to state before I ask you if we got anything for Ian's basement?
I'll ask him this. Who is your who is your, I would say, who is your GOAT in soccer of all time?
It's me, Messi.
Messi. Okay.
It's Messi. It's
okay.
That's not even a question.
So I can see that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Great Messi.
Yeah. Man, that final, man, that World Cup final, bro, in 2021 or 2022, sorry, that had to have been the best.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was awesome.
That had to have been the best. That was the best soccer game I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, it was awesome.
You know, and it sucks, man, because I felt like France would have won. But you stated to me that France would not have won. At the game, we talked about it. I felt like France would have won if they would have had some of their big names, because you didn't have your full team. Benzema didn't play.
Yeah.
Pogba didn't play. It was at least 3 guys that would have been vital and would have probably made France dominate. But they didn't play.
Yeah, but Benzema didn't want to. Benzema had some problems with the French staff, so he didn't want to participate. And Pogba was in a trial, like some law related problems, and the other one was doing what? I don't remember, but I think he was playing, but just in the final he was like substituted like really early.
No, he was injured. You're talking about the guy. He was injured. But he was dominant throughout most of the World Cup. But he got injured, and I believe that's why he didn't play in the final. Which then, yes, definitely left mostly everything on Mbappé in that final. And so I can't remember his name.
Thuram?
What is it?
It was Marcus Thuram.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Yeah, he was, his left ankle was injured.
Okay. So that's why he was injured. Yes. Right, that's what I said. He was injured, yes. And so yeah, I remember that, man, and it was still a great game. And so with that being said, Ian, bro, you quiet over there, man. What's going on, bro? You got anything for us fans basement, anything, bro?
No, I mean my question that was pretty much the basement. I just wanted to see who was his GOAT for soccer. Other than that, I do got one question. How do you feel about Shedeur getting drafted by Cleveland?
And so, FYI, Cleveland Browns are you familiar with the Cleveland Browns, Tristan, NFL football team?
I was like watching the news like on Instagram or TikTok, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm a little bit familiar with the drafts, you know, and the main figures of the drafts, like Cam Ward, Travis
Hunter. Yeah. Man, and it's really interesting, bro, because they already got Dillon Gabriel right out of Oregon. You know, lefty out of Oregon, led them to college football. I mean, that was a great team all year, right? Till they lost. But you know, they still got Joe Flacco on that roster, right? And they got and they got another proven veteran, Kenny Pickett. You know, he didn't turn out to be well in his career, but you know, when he started, he's won a lot actually. In he's got a pretty good winning percentage. But at the end of the day, I question, because they will have to start Shedeur, bro. They will have to. But what do you say to him, bro, when you start him and he look up and he's like, "Hey, man, y'all picked me in the 5th round after Dillon Gabriel." I'm just curious, bro. What do the Browns say to him, or what did they say to him, or what do they say to him in the future? You know, like, because he would, I believe he will start for that team. The Cleveland Browns, they have been quarterback purgatory, Christian. They've been worse than us, actually, for the Bears. You can argue between the Bears and the Browns as having the worst quarterbacks in NFL history. These are the two by far. And so looking at both of these teams and looking at the Browns in this case, they have never had anything close to a Hall of Fame quarterback. And so, and I guess they had the picture door, bro, because they like, shit, like, we ain't never had no quarterbacks anyway. Shit, I guess the more quarterbacks we pick, the greater.
Hey, the greater the outcome,
the greater the odds, right?
From. Yeah, I feel it. Yeah, I think. Man, I didn't understand them passing on them so many times if they knew they were gonna take them from the get go. But
right, crazy.
Nevertheless, he got drafted. It's a blessing, regardless. So, hopefully, just go in, put the work in, and we'll see what happens. When congratulations to all those guys. Hopefully they all put the work in and be successful.
But I don't know if you know, bro. He has the #1 selling jersey of rookies right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I know. Yeah.
Right. So it seems like the fans in Cleveland know he gonna start, so they went out and started buying his jersey already.
Yeah. So, he just gotta put the work in. He'll be fine.
Yeah, man. And so we're gonna see how that situation turn out. I hope it turns out well for Shedeur, because he's talented. Yeah. He the only he's one of the first few quarterbacks, bro, I've seen that can throw a 50-yard dart or 60-yard dart. Like literally from a Hail Mary perspective. And so that shows you the talent he got from a football standpoint. And so yeah, bro, since you got the mic in, any final thoughts or shout outs, bro, as we head into the weekend?
Yeah, shout out to our guests for coming on with us, man. It was a pleasure having you. You come back anytime, man. You're welcome to kick it with us, talk sports with us whenever you get time, whenever you feel like it, man. We appreciate you. And everybody just stay safe, enjoy the weekend, enjoy some playoff basketball. I know we got Mother's Day coming up next weekend, so gotta be outside looking for those gifts, gotta go outside, make that money to get those Mother's Day gifts.
Hey, thanks for telling us. Thanks for telling everybody in advance and not telling them the day before. Everybody be trying to scramble around Sunday morning.
Yeah, I know we all got that bad. But yeah, man, just try to enjoy the time with your family, man, and keep God first.
Yes, facts, bro. Man, so FYI, Tristan, we always do this. Just final thoughts and shout outs, man, as we head to the weekend. Anything that's on your mind, man? Anybody you want to shout out, bro, as we head into the weekend?
But thanks for inviting me first. That was a really good experience. It's my first time on the podcast, so actually I really enjoyed it. So yeah, I really appreciate it, and then have a good weekend. And you told me you want to do another one, so yeah. Anytime you want, you call.
Right, appreciate it, bro. And we want to shout you out, Tristan, because number one, you come from an island where they speak mostly French and Creole. And I'm just very just amazed at how you come on a podcast and speak such English, and you able to answer he's able to answer the questions he's able to listen. It's no way in hell I could come on a French podcast or a Creole podcast and do the same. I cannot do it, man. And so I want to give you a special shout out because I know how difficult that is, bro. And just want to wish you the best, man, with your studies at the university, and just continue to be excellent, man. Be great, work hard, and understand, like you state, man, that workout, what we met in the weight room, that translate over to life, young man. So you continue to work out there and give that effort. I guarantee you it'll translate over to your life. And when tough situations arrive, you'll be mentally strong here. And so appreciate you, bro. Like Ian say, keep God first. Mother's Day coming up. Get those gifts this week. Happy anniversary to our brother Jamar. I know it's next week, but you know he's celebrating that. So special shout out to our brother Jamar. Enjoy his weekend as well, him and his beautiful wife and his family. And just want to say to everybody, keep God first, keep family first, and know that with God, all things are possible. And so, with that being said, on behalf of the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast, as we always do, we would like to say thank you for tuning in with us this morning. Continue to chop it up with us and support our podcast on various platforms. And if you are and would love to talk sports with us on the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast, we are here and we'd love to do so with you. Your love, support is truly appreciated, and we hope you all have a blessed and safe weekend. Peace.